How to Play Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana. First thing we gotta do is get this guitar into the correct tuning, because the song is played with a D flat tuning, meaning that every string is down a half step. And I know it can kind of be intimidating for beginners to try and get into anything other than standard tuning. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I am doing it. If you already are in drop D flat, then you can go ahead and skip to this time right here and it'll start the tutorial for you. All right, so for the E string, we're gonna take it actually down more than a half step. We wanna take it all the way down to D flat. So if I start bringing it down, I'm now at D right here, but I want it to be a D flat. So I'm gonna keep going, and notice that it says C sharp on the tuner here. So this is exactly what we want right here. Now we're gonna move to our A string, and we wanna bring this down to an A flat. Again, depending on your tuner, it's either going to say a G sharp, it's gonna have that little kind of like hashtag symbol, or it's gonna say A and it's gonna have a little B next to it. Right? So you either want the A with the B, or you want the G with that little sharp symbol there. So now our A is in the correct tuning. Let's move on to the D. So for my tuner, it's always gonna show me sharps. So I wanna go to C sharp. Then for our G, we wanna bring it down to an F sharp or a G flat. They're both the same thing. So for the B, we're gonna take it down to an A sharp or a B flat. And then moving on to the E, we're just gonna go down to an E flat. And again, on my tuner, it's gonna say D sharp. All right, so now moving into the riff, we've got the first part that's like this. What we're doing there is we're holding the D string and the G string with this small bar at the second fret. And our picking pattern is gonna go A, D, G, D. Then to play that next part, we're gonna be holding the E, A, and D string all on the third fret, and our picking pattern is gonna go E, A, D, A. So putting those two together. And the next part is really simple here. We're just gonna pick all open strings on the E, A, and D, and our picking pattern is gonna be E, A, D, A, A, D, A. So putting all three of those together. And then from there, it kind of starts over, but our picking pattern is going to switch up a bit here. So it's exactly the same to start at that second fret of the D and the G. But then when we move up to the third fret on the E, A, and D, we're going to pick from E, A, D, and then back up to the E. So those two together. And then we got what I think is the most fun part to play of this song. So what we're doing is we're picking open on the E string, and then we're going to slide from the 3 to the 4 on the D string. And then we'll pick the 4 again. So then we'll pick open on the A and then back down to the D. Then we're gonna pick the third fret of the A. Then we'll pick the A and the D string together, holding the third fret on the A and the fourth fret of the D. then it's just going to be open on the D and the G. And then the pattern starts all over again. So playing the whole thing slowly here. At normal speed. Moving on to the chorus, we got this part right here. So what we've got there is same exact chord shape as we've been using, the 2 on the D and the G. We're gonna strum down twice on it. And then we're gonna do a bend starting at the 4th fret of the G string, and we're just going to move up a half step. So it's gonna be, and then we're gonna move to that same chord, 3 on the E, A, and D, strum down twice on it. And then again, do that same bend. On this one, I like to use my middle finger. So both of those together. And now we're gonna pick the open E and A and just do 1 down strum on it. And then we're gonna play this part right here. However, it does switch up a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll do this slide up to the 4. We'll stay on the 4 rather than doing like the open A. So then we're gonna go to the 3rd fret of that A string. And then we're gonna do that same exact bend that we've been doing on the 4th fret of the G. So all together. And that's how you play Heart Shaped Box by Nirvana.